Hi, my name is Lea Bailes, and I'm an estate planning attorney here in Kansas City, and I want to invite you to my next Kids Protection Planning Workshop. As an estate planning attorney, I hear and I see stories every day of families who don't plan properly or think they have it all taken care of, but it's not, and it ends up devastating relationships. It makes it difficult for children. Assets become unprotected and up for grab for creditors, and the whole thing breaks down just from a lack of planning. And I'm on mission to make sure that that doesn't happen to families in Kansas City. This is my family. This is the reason why I do what I do. And I love them, and I want to make sure that in the event that something happens to me, that they are taken care of. So I have taken the steps needed to make sure that they're taken care of. And I want to make sure you are empowered to do the same and that you can learn the things that you need to do the same. And it's crazy because 69% of parents haven't even named guardians for children. And I've seen some studies that have shown 70-80% of us that are young families have not actually done any estate planning. No wills, no trusts, no power of attorneys. And that needs to change because this is critical that we make sure that our children and our families are taken care of. So if you're concerned that you don't have everything in order, I'd invite you to join this workshop. And here's what you're going to discover. How to make sure your children's future or your family's future is not left in the hands of a judge, court system, and the laws of the state. We want to make sure that you are telling everyone what you want to have happen and that your wishes and your desires actually take place. 9 steps you can take immediately to ensure the safety, well-being, and care of your children, no matter what happens. We're going to talk about why these simple steps aren't something you just do once and then never look at again. So even if you already have an estate plan or some semblance of an estate plan, we want to make sure that that is right for your situation right now and talk about the bare minimum things you need to have in place to ensure the safety and security of your children and your family. We're going to talk about how to save your family from the expenses and delays of a long drawn-out court process, also known as probate. It's expensive, it takes time, it's public, and it can prevent your children from actually getting to the assets that they need to live. We're going to talk about how to avoid the most common mistakes parents make when choosing a guardian. So even if you've already chosen a guardian, there's several mistakes that people make that can cause problems in the event that something happens to you. We're going to talk about those. We're also going to talk about how to make sure that your hard-earned money is immediately available for your children's care and support. Also want to make sure that what happens, what you're giving to your children, stay private so that people can't look at public records and see what you're giving to your children. You wouldn't want to know you don't want other people knowing what your children have. We're going to talk about how you can name legal guardians for your children for free. And again, the right way, the things that you need to do today to make sure they're taken care of. So don't be one of the many parents who thinks that this is never going to happen to them. We have spring break coming up. We have summer travel coming up. I know this is a time where a lot of people will think about, well, what would happen to me if something what would happen to my family if something happens to me? I want to make sure that you know that you're protected. This workshop is designed to teach you what you need to know so that you walk away empowered with knowledge, with understanding. So that way you can know, okay, I do have everything in place, or there are some things that we may need to take care of. So register today. Seating's limited. I hope to talk to you then.